Hey Socialites, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, my name is Ariell. I create mainly beauty videos, fragrance, and lifestyle vlogs. So if that's the type of content you're into, I would love for you to come join the family by hitting the subscribe button. So today's video is going to be a review of the new Black Opium fragrance. This is Black Opium over Red. I was able to pick up the 10 ml travel spray size for $34. I got it from Sephora, but the fragrance does go up to $155 for the 3.4 ounce. I feel like this fragrance just kind of came out of nowhere. Who knew it was even coming out, right? The original Black Opium is a very classic fragrance that a lot of people have in their collection. And this one definitely does have that Black Opium DNA in it. Now, this fragrance is categorized as a warm, spicy fragrance. And I feel like the other two, the regular Black Opium and the Le Parfum, which is just like a straight up vanilla bomb, which I do have a full review up of that one as well. But I feel like they're all sort of those warm, comforting type scents. And they're all grounded with a coffee note. Now, what makes this different from her sisters is that this one has added cherry to it. This one is supposed to be like a cherry vanilla fragrance or a cherry white floral scent. So let me refresh myself on the opening. So this one opens up bright with the white florals and it is syrupy sweet. So when I first sprayed it, my initial thought was like, ooh, it's sweet like La Belle. So if you've ever smelled La Belle from Jean Paul Gaultier, it's that sort of sweet, which I'm a fan of that kind of sweet. And once I get that first initial blast of sweetness, those bright white florals start to come in for me. And after it sits on the skin, maybe about just a couple minutes, I start to get that warmth, that vanilla and that coffee coming in. But initially, on initial spray in the air, it's sort of bright and sweet. So for me, after this settles on the skin, after about 5 minutes or so, it starts to get warmer, more vanillic, and that cherry note really starts to shine. Because on first spray, I'm like, do I smell cherry or don't I? I know I smell florals and it was really sweet, but as it settles on the skin, it starts to become warmer. You get a little bit of that coffee note in there, more vanilla, and the cherry starts to shine. But it is like a synthetic cherry type note. So the notes of Black Opium over Red. In the top notes, we have cherry and green mandarin. For the middle notes, we have orange blossom, black tea, and jasmine. And for the base notes, we have vanilla, coffee, and patchouli. This is a really pretty scent though. I like all of the Black Opiums though. I feel like you can't go wrong. I know some people aren't really a fan of them, but this one just gives me a sweet, warm, vanillic, and cherryness, like just cherry yumminess. But some people, if you're not a fan of cherry, you may not like this though, but it's good to me. I'm not mad at it. So let's talk about who wears this fragrance. This is a perfume for the cherry lovers, for sure. If you like cherry, you'll probably like this. It's a warm cherry and sweet, and especially if you like that sweet like La Belle. I feel like if you like La Belle, unless you're somebody that doesn't like cherry, you'll probably like this one. And if you're just a fan of the Black Opium line, like I said, unless you don't like cherry, you'll probably like this. As far as age range, I think all of the Black Opiums are a little bit more mature. So I would say like late 20s, early 30s and up. Now this fragrance is actually categorized as a unisex fragrance, and I could see a man wearing it. This is a warm, sort of deep. It's not like super moody, but to me it's moodier than her two sisters. So I could see a man wearing this, not necessarily my man, but I could see it being okay for a man to have this on. For me, this is more so a nighttime scent. This is something that I would wear to date night, dinner parties, after fives. This is something when you put on a pair of slacks and maybe like Oxford style white shirt, or either like a satin button down in your slacks, or a pencil skirt and a satin shirt, like those type of sexy vibes or evening vibes. This is one of those fragrances when you put on your sexy red dress or your little black dress and your stiletto heels. This is the fragrance. So I've been wearing this fragrance a couple days now, probably like 2 or 3 days so far. And I get about 3 to 4 hours on the skin before it starts to sort of wear down a little bit. And the thing I love the most about it is you get a beautiful scent bubble around you with this fragrance. If you've ever sprayed Killian Princess by Killian, and when you put that on your skin, it's like you just smell a cloud of yummy marshmallow around you for hours. That's how this is. That's how Black Opium Over Red is. For like the first 3 hours or so, you're going to have that beautiful, sugary, sweet, cherry scent bubble around you. But after about 3 to 4 hours, it does start to wear a little bit closer to the skin, and you'll have to be really, really close to kind of smell it, at least for me on my skin. Now, I've heard some people get crazy longevity that they say on their skin, but this is what I get on mine. And after about 4 to 5 hours, surely by 6, it's a complete skin scent. And then it just remains a skin scent for about, I would say, a total of 8 hours before it just sort of goes away and you need to refresh. Now, it's a moderate projector. This is not one that you'll just smell up a whole room unless you super overspray. As far as layering combinations, you could probably layer this with another cherry scent or creams. I would do like the Vanilla Dream body cream from Fenty because it has like a vanilla undertone, but the vanilla doesn't take over. Even though this is a Black Opium that does have vanilla in it like the other two, it's not like a vanilla prominent. Like the vanilla is not at the forefront to me. For me, it's the more so the white florals and that grounded with that bit of coffee, and the cherry is on the forefront, and the vanilla kind of warms it up a little bit, but it's sort of in the background. So I would do the Vanilla Dream body cream from Fenty because the vanilla is like kind of softer in that one, and it won't change the scent up too much. It'll be more so for longevity than anything. Or I would use something like baby oil gel, which is a staple for me when I want longevity with fragrances. I think it's a nice fragrance. It's cute. I wish it lasted a little bit longer, but I'm one that doesn't really mind respraying and throwing it in my purse and respraying after it's kind of wearing off or after it becomes a skin scent. So comment down below. Let me know, what are your thoughts on Black Opium Over Red? Have you picked it up yet? And are you still interested in getting it? I'll have the fragrance linked in the description box, so be sure to check that out. If you're new here, welcome. I would love for you to come join the family by hitting the subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. 'Cause I've been where you are. You're too scared to show me love, 'cause too fresh with the scars.